Last we left off was a very heartbreaking time for all. You all, Celeste came to you all on the road and showed that she was indeed quite hurt. You all tried helping her back when she revealed to you that she was indeed not doing well and she wanted to part with her crystal, in which she chose Lilith to give it up to with a ritual that she had made. It was one that she wasn't sure would work or not. And Lilith agreed, starting the ritual. After the ritual took place, Celeste was very weak. Lilith was put into this kind of trance of a vision of sorts. And the rest of you tried comforting Celeste, who was indeed dying. Lilith had a conversation with the past holders. Afterwards, meeting a strange force, in which exuded an immense amount of anger. After that, Lilith was pushed out, meeting the group back. After that, Celeste died in Yuri's lap. But something happened. And it was a very gory situation. And Celeste turned into this different type of creature, in which you all had to dispose of. And it wanted to dispose of Nova very badly. And it did. Or at least it thought it did. You guys disposed of Celeste's new form, only to be met with a looked like dead Nova. More heartbreak ensued until Nova awoke again. Very emotional situation. Yeah, I'll say it again. Nova did not look like they had any visible wounds or like any scruffs on them. They just fell and their light went out on their tail. Yuri was pretty upset, but comforted Nova as you all continued on the road again after burying Celeste. And after a night went by, you are now in the morning on the road still, though very closer to the next town. You are still a bit away. You are a full day's travel away. Full 24 hours. I think the only ones awake right now are Eris was driving, Veth, after seeing the creature form that Nova was in, took Celeste's book and joined Eris up at front. Cedar is currently on the roof of the cart. I'm not oh yeah, he is indeed awake, because the chime of his music box is continuing on. Lilith is sleeping like a rock, and Yuri is meditating with Nova in his lap. We'll start with Beth.
Was ready.
Tough.
Okay.
I remember you and Eris had a bit of a conversation before the session ended.
Yes. Oh god. I think that's just gonna be
kind of just silently keeping her company, reading his book. I gotta learn those maneuvers.
His book or Celeste's book?
Oh, actually, that's a good point. He would be reading that.
Yeah, because while Celeste was like trying to hand it off to you, it was indeed a notebook and not just ritual notes.
Yeah, he's reading it. Kind of tense gaze on his face as he does.
Did you find anything interesting in there?
Quite a bit.
Like...
Well, it seems like she didn't much like her crystal either.
Really? I mean, she did give it up, but...
Apparently it's rather bossy. Apparently, I don't know if this is common between all the crystals, but this seems to be a continuing pattern that they speak to its user. Tell them what to do, how to act. Apparently, she didn't seem too fond of it.
Naturally. Being told what to do is never fun.
He's lived a long time. These dates go all the way back to her 18th birthday, which is the 24th of Jofa in 792.
Oh, nothing. This is just me. I'm just writing it down.
I see.
I can post it in chat now.
She has a lot of different... Her story is a tragic one. I wish she didn't have to go the way she did. No. Some mentions of hearing a woman praying. Going to assume that's... I'm going to assume it's Lilith. Lilith had a rather terrible experience. Don't know how much she told you. But the dates here line up with what she's gone through. I would tell you myself, but that's not my story to tell.
I'm aware.
Are you alright this morning? Gets close to the book and immediately gives her his undivided attention.
No, you can go back to reading. I'm perfectly fine. Just
Yes?
nervous. Like always.
Out of the plethora of things to be nervous about, which ones are the top of the list? The main one plaguing your mind?
The fact that now I don't know when or how or what he's going to do. I'm supposed to kill Lilith. He's been tasking me to kill the different crystal bearers. I don't know how I'm supposed to get out of that without drawing his attention. He knows I'm in this group. He knows that I'm close to her. How close, I don't know. Who's to say he's not going to leverage that against me?
He's gonna
And
hand
as much as I care for Lilith, if it came between her and my sister, that choice would be excruciating.
Well, I can't imagine what that's like. I really can't.
Mhm.
A choice. Gods, I can't. Quite sure both Lilith and I would be in the same boat on choose your sister over us.
Mm.
But
The
that
choice
doesn't
I'm
make.
talking about is probably either killing one or the other. Letting one die in lieu for the other.
Yeah, that's. I kind of figured.
Exactly. And as much as you would both want me to say, choose my sister, your choice would be to save Lilith. Obviously.
Right.
And I don't fault you for that. You know nothing of my sister.
My choice would to be find another route. That would be my choice. And I have a little bit more freedom in that. I'm not bound to any deity or great being. I have a little more freedom. And I do my best to stop you, which Lilith would too, in the least most harmful way possible. And then her and I, most likely, would try and find a way to resolve every issue, no matter how long it took. I mean, she can go at it for a lot longer than I can. She is immortal. Twice over now, I believe.
Yeah.
And I know it's bleak looking. I can't imagine how soul crushing it is for you. I really can't. And I know a lot of things seem dark and gloomy. But I will always be here to be a little annoying little ray of sunshine in your life. You got that?
And you got that annoying part correct.
Wow, alright, okay, alright. Here I am. Trying to be what's the word? Inspiring? It's not working, is it?
Mm. I appreciate the effort, Beth. I do.
And you'll constantly get it until this is all over.
However way it ends.
I believe it'll end well. I believe it will prevail against every odd thrown at us. Granted, it's not going to be
I would
easy.
really like to believe that as well. But
Odds are looking up. I think things are looking better. As bleak as things are, as much as tragedy likes to come knocking on our door, we keep getting back up and keep pushing forward.
this is true.
And you and Lilith are probably the strongest people I know.
Lilith, I can agree with. I don't know too much about me.
Just still continuing when you have a... Oh, God, I could call him a number of things. But you're still prevailing through when... Is it safe to assume you joined him to save your sister from something? Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah,
And you didn't give a fuck what would happen to you, yes?
naturally.
I knew you were a softy inside.
I raised that girl practically as my own. It was like having a daughter. I would do anything to save her.
You two grow up together?
Yes. Kind of. I was 15 when she was born.
Well, that's an age gap.
It is, indeed. Parents didn't think that they would be having another child.
I don't know what
And it,
that's like.
mm,
I'd like to hear more about it.
no, just the usual, you know. Mother died. Father became alcoholic. Who else was there to take care of us?
Just gonna rub her back. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's alright. It's far in the past.
Did you two get in a lot of trouble together?
Her, not so much. Me, maybe.
So you're the one who dragged her into the trouble with you.
Well, it was mostly stealing to get us food. But I'd like to have my fun. And then, believe it or not, when she got older, she wasn't really a troublemaker. More so just a free spirit.
Happy you two got along. I don't know what it's like having a sibling.
Oh, you're an only child. Why does that not surprise me?
Only child. Only one that was born.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Mm. I'm happy you two got along. I hear stories constantly about how siblings bicker.
I'm sorry?
I'm happy you two got along. I hear stories constantly about how siblings bicker back and forth.
I mean, we would bicker, obviously. But we were definitely closer than most. Again, I kind of raised her as my own.
Assuming you had to steal to get food. Your life wasn't one
Yeah.
of luxury and lavishness.
No, but it didn't need to be. When we were younger, I mean. Those times were hard, but as we both got a bit older, we had a small little cottage in Valenfort. And she tended to a little garden. I mostly stayed inside and did whatever needed to be done around the house. Wasn't anything luxurious, but it was nice, peaceful, calm.
Until one day it wasn't.
Isn't that how the story always goes?
Yeah. You'll get that again. When this all said is over, you have to introduce Lilith and I to your sister.
That's another issue entirely.
Another issue?
She doesn't know I exist.
Excuse me?
Her memories are wiped clean. Replaced with a pretty little lie that she was well taken care of and raised by a loving mother and father that died of old age. I believe she's now married to some man in Valenfort and they live a happy little life.
Hey,
Just like Yuri, I can't exactly express the terms of my agreement with a certain someone. But
there's just like a look of fucking shock on his face.
I'm nobody to her. And, honestly, she's safer if it stays that way. The only person that could bring her harm now would be Keidron and my stupid actions.
He's going to hug her.
It's kind of hard to drive with my arms pinned to my sides.
You'll figure it out.
I don't need the pity, truly.
It's not pity, it's comfort. You need it after all that. Fucking hell, see. All that sacrifice, and she doesn't even know you're doing it for her. Her own sister. All of this effort, the deception, I'm assuming murder.
Oh, I've killed a fair bit of people.
Yeah, I kind of figured, and I have my own opinions of that. They're not negative, I promise.
No.
All of that, the lies, the murder, your own life, your condition, all of that, and she doesn't even know of you.
She doesn't need to know. All that matters is she's safe and happy, from what I know.
Well, we're gonna figure it out. We'll find a way. Find a way after all this is fixed. Sister can remember you again. Because I believe that if anyone here, actually, I believe everyone here deserves their happy ending. And we'll find a way. I'm quite sure we will.
Alright, enough of show and tell. What else is in that book? It's important.
Yeah, fuck, I got distracted. He's gonna go back and opening the book. Seems like Kadron has been attacking her for a while, sending other people after her. She's dispatched many of them. Over a few hundred years, it seems. Oh, gods. And the Dragonborn, the red one. What was his name again?
Give me a second.
Thaldrith. That was his name. Thaldrith. Man, what is it with Dragonborns ending with a Drith name?
I don't know. Do you know a lot of Dragonborns with the last sound of their name being Drith?
A surprising amount.
Really?
Yes. Regardless, back to the book. Gotta make
Guys,
it
it's
now
canon.
and then.
Beth knows who Sudrith is. They're best buddies.
Don't say that about him. He's such a golden boy. Literally.
Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah, Thaldrith. So.
I didn't check general.
Yep. I made it play a dangerous game checking general. Well. The Dragonborn, Thaldrith, that wanted the crystals all to himself, was dispatched by the group she was with, the current crystal holders, including Simon. Dispatched him. He died near the red one. Which is an odd detail. Well, it says he was near it. It didn't say he died by it, so it could go either way. But Simon's the current holder. We're correct?
Yes.
Maybe he died infused with it somehow?
I mean, it would make sense. Because the last time I saw Kadron, he was more like corporeal, and his general shape and outline was of a Dragonborn.
Kadron is the name that the crystals assign.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's Thaldrith, who just goes by the name.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is that it's Thaldrith. And that he wants all of the crystals, or is trying to sacrifice an entire continent.
The question is, how is he connected to it? If Simon is the crystal holder, and why is Simon being held against his will?
Simon's being held against his will by... What's her face? Excuse me?
What?
Simon's being held against his will by who?
By Kadron.
I see. Maybe. Well, we now know that crystals can be transferred while you're alive. Maybe he's trying to force him to give up his crystal, because Celeste said that if the crystal holder dies, it just gets disputed at random. And he doesn't want it to be random. Maybe he's trying to force it to go to him. Being like, hey, give me the big red rock.
Maybe.
That could be it. And torture will eventually break someone, even if you take the classes to learn how to avoid it. I believe that's everything noteworthy in this. At least things that can help us. There's a lot of sad details about her, but I don't think we need more sadness in our lives right now.
You know, yeah, I think I'm A-okay.
I can tell you a joke.
Hmm.
I got plenty of them.
Go on. I feel like I'm going to regret this.
Oh god, which one do I tell you?
No, my word. If you make this a big thing, Beth, I'm going to just tell you to go into the back.
Telling you jokes will try and cheer you up?
Go on.
Oh god. Now I'm blanking. They have to come to me. You're spared for now.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
He's gonna just throw his hands up. Actually, do you mind if I take the reins?
Sure, by all means.
I think you should be there for Lilith when she wakes up, especially after all that. And I need to talk to Cedar, if that's all right, love.
That's fine.
He's gonna give her a little smorch on the cheek.
She'll just like close her eyes and like smile a little. Alrighty, I get when I'm being kicked into the back.
I'm just saying Lilith shouldn't be without one of us when she wakes up.
I was joking, Beth.
Again, we've said this. Your sarcasm voice and your joking voice is the same. The exact same.
You're not incorrect. I'm going to the back.
Cedar, are you still up there?
You immediately hear just a box close and just silence.
We heard
Music
you the
just
whole entire time.
No.
No. No.
Cedar, I know you're up there. I heard that music box all the way through the night. That thing's gonna be wound up.
He just kind of pokes over. I'm sorry.
No. Come down here. You're up there all alone. Come sit with me.
Oh, okay. We'll go sit.
That's an interesting music box. Assume it means something for you.
It means a lot to me.
Someone important give it to you?
Yeah, my grandmother did.
Your grandmother. You've talked about her a few times.
Mm-hmm. It was actually supposed to be given me by my father, but ended up her giving it down to me. It's a kind of a family heirloom, suppose.
Why can't your father give it to you?
You'll see him kind of sadden a little bit.
If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine.
I mean, there's a lot I've been kind of putting off.
I can tell. That's kind of why I called you down there, because I don't know a thing about you. And I'd like to talk with you about it. I spend a lot of my time with the rest of the group. I'm simply used from my position as a general to try and get to know everyone in my platoons. But this is more than a platoon, it's essentially a family by this point. It feels wrong of me to not try to extend my hand to you and not find out more about you. I know nothing about you.
I think just about everyone doesn't know a lot about me.
Talk about yourself. You told me in that tavern, well, in the castle, back at Hawthorne in my city, that if I had any questions, anytime I wanted to hear your story, I could just ask. And now I'm cashing that in.
He just takes a deep sigh, like, I did say that, didn't I?
You did, and now you're paying the price. He's gonna lean back a little bit, puffing up his chest, sitting a little proudly. You did. I only want to, punt your uncle for having you call him lieutenant. Your family doesn't need to bring military into it. And I'm a fucking general. Fucking hell, if I'm saying that, that means something. I'd like to know more about you. How you grew up, what your values are. Where the fuck did you learn to shoot a bow better than me at?
Well, dude, where do I begin? I guess, of course, I was born in Ellisted. There's my mother, my father, and I lived with my grandparents. It was all of us in a really nice house that has been in the family. The Quill family, I should say. My father's family was more so creative. A lot of inventing, if not creating something new. That's why this music box kind of runs down in family. I'll start with the very first quills. My mother's family, the reason why I should address my uncle about that, my mother's family was more so military or fighters of sort. And my mother was the eldest daughter and was one of the strongest. When she fell from my father, they didn't really like it.
Your mother broke tradition.
She was supposed to be married off to a stronger guy, but there was...
Fuck that. Love is love, that's what I say. Fuck that. Question for the DM.
Yes.
Is the Quill family a military name that he knows at all in his time? Considering his...
The Quill family is more so his father's side.
Yeah.
Mother's side is a whole different name.
He didn't even get the names. Yes, never mind. Questions revoked. Hold on, don't stop now.
I guess when I was born, they thought I would be another heir, maybe continue the military branch, but I'm considered a little small.
Oh, please, warriors come in all shapes and sizes. Just look at Yuri.
Yeah, but and I should say my mother's family. My mother even she was tall. I mean, she was taller than my father, and I thought it was a funny relationship they had, but it was warm.
What's wrong with dating a taller woman?
Shit.
You bet who was dating two taller women.
Sure.
He's an inch shorter. That is it.
Ha.
Well, they wanted her to marry someone her height, if not within taller than her, but Mothful can only go so tall. Especially different types there are. He was kind of strict, and ever since I was born, they were strict with me whenever they visited or we visited them. And it got so intense, especially with Uncle, who was really protective of my mother, and they ended up getting that side of the family banned. But it was alright. I still look up to my uncle despite the harsh trainings he kind of put me through, but
Did he ever physically hurt you?
if it was necessary, then
There is never a necessary point where a family member should ever lay hands on you simply because they see you didn't do something right. That is never okay.
there must be a mother's family then. But besides that, it was pleasant. Childhood was, well, some of it was pretty decent, and until I lost my parents.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's alright.
Your grandmother took care of you? I'm assuming it's on your father's side that did.
Yep, her and my grandfather, they both took care of me until a few years later. I'll suddenly pause and just kind of freeze up a little bit.
You alright?
You'll see him kind of start tearing up.
Cedar. He's gonna bring a thumb up and just gonna wipe them off. If it's hard to talk about, you don't have to say it. Alright?
I think it's better if I get it off and rip the Band-Aid. I mean, if we do end up going to Elistad, you're most likely gonna find out.
We will. Gonna head there. There's a teleportation circle in Nuxfar. We can just teleport right up to Elistad and take care of any business you need done. Can find Simon's husband. Can show us around. I'm quite sure everyone here would love to see it. I've never been on a floating fucking city.
Well, I know quite a bit. I have a lot of friends there and my other family.
And we'll meet them. And if your military family likes to enforce their military values on you, you can assure that I will ensure that they get a taste of their own medicine. Because no one hurts you, Cedar. Not under my fucking watch.
I think I'm the one that hurts others.
What the fuck you mean?
Well, I watched. I was the reason for my grandparents dying.
No, why the hell would you think that? Why
I
would you think
mean,
that?
I was told it, and I know I was there for sure for the cause.
Who the fuck told you that? Who the hell told you that was your fault?
My uncle.
Oh,
But-
oh, your uncle. Oh,
But
All
he's
right.
right, though.
no, he's not. Cedar, it's not your fault.
But I could have done something.
No, Cedar. There are times when there's very little you can do. I don't know the circumstances surrounding the death, but I look at you and I see one of the most pure souls I've ever seen in my 48 years of being alive. I've met a lot of people. I've killed a lot of people. I've killed some good, a lot of bad, neutral. You are one of the most pure souls I've ever met. Okay? I really doubt you would ever bring harm to people you hold very dearly. It's not your fault, Cedar.
But I didn't listen that day, is the thing. I went out when I was told not to. I wasn't really aware of what was happening, but
What happened? Why'd you go out? What are the circumstances?
I wanted to go visit, or I was going to pick flowers and then visit my parents' grave. And I went too far in the forest, and I came across this beast or something. But I think I was 15, 13. And it was going after me, and before I knew it, my grandparents came and they were gone. And I should have listened that day, but I was stupid and insistent on it. But
You wanted to do something nice for your parents. It
I
is not-
shouldn't.
Stop. 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 You wanted to do something nice, and you did not bring any harm to them. Your grandparents made the obvious correct choice, what anyone who would care for you would.
I watched them lose their freedom.
Their freedom?
How I've been told is when I grew up and I finally grew my own wings, that's in a moth's life, that's their freedom. They can go out, explore, just have a new sense of life. And that thing ripped it. I ripped it from my grandparents. And I feel like they won't have that freedom in the afterlife. And I have so much regret about it.
Ada.
I'm amazed why my aunts even forgave me and said it wasn't me when I had a weapon with me, but I didn't do anything.
You were scared. You were 13, 15 at the time. You were scared. It's okay to be scared. I'm quite sure your parents had. I'm an old man. And I'm quite sure that your family, even though some of them might have lost their freedom in this life, I believe they're flying high in the afterlife. All right? I'm quite sure Amith is very kind and would grant them that.
it's a regret I've held, and it isn't it wasn't the last thing I've done that caused someone's life, and no one knows even about it. I hurt someone after I thought I loved him, and
I'm sorry, what? Being very vague here, Cedar.
you know how I said I knew what Yuri was going through with heartbreak and betrayal?
Of course.
I took a quest since after the passing of my family, I didn't want to stay at my house for so long. I met someone and they were fantastic. It was a long while little quest they needed assistance with, just protecting their stock, their farm life. And then it was like a switch in them that they weren't themselves, and they tried to kill me.
I'm sorry, what? Why the fuck they tried to kill you? That's not love, Cedar. That's not love at all.
That's what I'm figuring out, because even to this day, I still wonder, was it really they loved me, or if the love was there, or if they put something in the food we made. And I ended up killing them, and I didn't want to, but I accidentally killed them.
You defended yourself. You defended yourself from someone who probably lied to you. Saw that you were a sweet boy with a broken heart who was vulnerable. And there are some terrible, dark people out there who will take advantage of that. That's probably what happened. Fucking hell, look at Yuri. He got manipulated and taken advantage of. And I could see it coming. But I had to be a good father figure and just encourage him and be there for him, even if I knew it was coming. Everyone else gave him ear warnings of it, and I didn't want to be another warning for him. Something that just for him to roll his eyes at. There are very horrible people out there, Cedar, who will take advantage of you. Because you are warm, and you are bright, and you are inviting. And there are some very horrible people out there who want to snuff it out and take it for themselves, get whatever they can, and then kill you and leave you there. Not even a second hesitation. You deserved better than that, and you defended yourself in a time where you were going to be killed for the benefit of another. Do not blame yourself for that. You blame yourself for a lot of things. A lot of things that aren't your fault. That's something we need to work on. He's gonna like point his finger down, like gesturing as if it's on a table, like he's pointing at something on a table, but there's nothing there.
It just waves under where it's supposed to be.
You're a good kid, Cedar. Very good kid. And I'm proud of you. For still maintaining this after all the bullshit you went through. God, this entire family got their fucking entire lives shattered.
That's the reason why I was traveling. Maybe, despite my own past, maybe I can help others. At least make their day bright before their life ends, because we never know right now. And sometimes I think life wanted to punish me for trying to be the good soul, I guess, or the trying to see the better and stuff, even though I get bit in the end, but I still continue. It's like at this point in life, I feel like I can't love anyone. I can't say it even because they get ripped away from me.
Maybe you should have had this talk with Eris. I think she could have given you better advice than I could have.
I mean, with how messed up I am,
You're not
it
messed
depends.
up. You're not. You're not a mess. You're perfect just the way you are. It's scary to love. It really is. Fucking hell. I had to learn it after 11 years. It took me 11 years to get over the death of my wife and daughter. Still not over it. I just have now the strength to move forward. And not hurt as much and to find comfort again. It took me a long time. And it's scary to love, Cedar. I know it is. But you will find that again. Just look around. It's essentially a new family at this point. And you're a part of it. I already told you I'm adopting you. I don't want to spoil you rotten. I want to blow the rest of my retirement fund that I just got back on this.
Well,
All
I
of it.
hope you're willing to fight my cousin for that.
Oh, I will. I'll fucking fight your cousin. You see me? Do you think you can handle this? He's gonna like boastingly pose a bit. God, that felt gross. Don't tell Eris or Lilith I just did that. They would never forgive me.
We'll see.
Please, Cedar, please, I'm begging you.
We'll see. We'll see how things go. Because my cousin, he's more on my father's side of the family that still lives with my aunts. I think y'all would maybe enjoy him. It's just, he's a little rough, I guess.
Is it rowdy?
I mean, he was the reason for a phase in my life.
A phase? A phase?
I really don't want to talk about that phase.
No. Now I gotta hear this. What kind of phase is this? Is it the phase Yuri's currently stuck in? The crawling in my skin kind of phase?
There was a certain phase like that, yeah. And we were. It was not
Peter
my
had an
post
emo
moments.
phase.
Oh, I have to. Oh my god, wait. Is he still in that phase? The dark clothing and everything, the hair in front of the face, saying you don't understand me. Is that it?
I mean, he was the reason for me having that phase as well, and he's still in it, but it's his aesthetic. I would recommend maybe not making fun of him for it because
Oh, I'm gonna
he
bust
has.
his balls about it.
I wouldn't mess with the dark magic man. He knows his stuff from my aunts. They're pretty damn good at it.
Cedar, dark magic does not scare me. Have you seen Eris and Lilith?
If you see my cousin, you're gonna regret it. He's not evil. That'll defeat the whole purpose what aunties and him run. But he's very mischievous. He will easily, excuse my language, but he'll easily fuck shit up with his magic.
Gotta write that down. On this day, Cedar sweared.
Shit, it's that fuck shit. You know this. If I swear, it's the truth.
Cedar, I always think you're telling me the truth. Anyways, I look forward to meeting your family soon. You have to get the Nux far first.
Well, like, I mean, I already have stuff planned. Maybe they already sent them a letter saying it'll be a little bit, but I'll be home at some point, maybe. I have
Good.
plans for living arrangements at least. We
Living
can all stay
arrangements
at.
for all of us?
Mhm.
Oh, you're too kind, Sita. You didn't need to do
Yeah.
that. You could have stuck me outside.
No, I mean, with all everyone has done in this group, I'm willing to invite y'all to my house. We have plenty of rooms, and it saves money. And
That's it. I'm going to find adoption papers. I'm going to adopt you. That's going to be it.
Lisa, you might have to fight my cousin with that.
I'll do it. I'll
Because
fight him. I'll adopt him too. Yuri could use another friend like that.
well, I'm sure you'll have to adopt my aunts too as sisters. I guess I really don't know if this family tree stuff is so confusing.
Nah, it's fine. We'll figure it out.
I mean, that side of the family, especially my aunts on my father's side. I have a lot of cousins, I guess. I should forewarn, and very protective friends, I should say. Especially one of them.
Tell me more about it.
Well, when I started hanging out more with my cousin, I should tell. His name is Chance. He's
Well, he
very
doesn't have a
nice.
chance in hell against me.
Be careful when you say that. That's one of his sayings.
Take it with jokes.
I mean, he's a gambler. He likes to take the chance with those who like to compete with him.
I'm sure he does. I'm quite sure he likes to roll the dice quite a bit. Oh. I don't know if I want to take that gamble.
Oh, especially with those that are behind Chance, our friend group too.
Yeah.
We have a big family. We have 2 different families, and then that side.
I look forward to meeting every last one of them, Sita.
I just hope our friend group likes you all. Some of them, I should say this, some of them have. The reason why we became friends is our family welcomed them with what my aunts put together, I should say. Those judged on appearance or because of their past, they had no control. We welcome them. Or more so my aunts and cousins. Just please don't kill anyone with them. I very much cherish them.
I'm not gonna kill anyone of them. Maybe your uncle, but that's about it.
Whatever happens on mother's side of the family, don't do too much damage.
They won't. But if he wants to treat you, have you treat him as a lieutenant, like a military man, I'm going to treat him as I would. Like a bitch.
It'd be
He wants to
nice.
follow all the military protocols. A lieutenant is way under a general, a major general at that.
Don't tell him I told you this, but he's actually a lazy piece of shit.
Ah! Oh, I'm gonna lay him out.
Just, beware. They are highly trained with using their wings a lot in fights.
He's gonna draw a javelin and just gonna send it aside with a little lightning spark. Why do you think I purchased 5 of these?
You know, you're right about that. I should keep my mouth shut. Just, if you want advantage, he's also a bow user.
Good. Bring him down to the ground. He ain't shit.
I just hope when time comes, they'll like my home.
I'm sure we will.
That is where we will switch over to Lilith. Lilith is sleeping like a rock.
I am dead in the back of the cart.
Eris will like go over to her and kind of like, is she like leaned up against like the edge, or is she like sleeping on the floor?
She's probably like propped up against like the side of the cart, but like
Okay.
head is leaned down.
Yeah, she'll grab her just very lightly and like put her into her lap. And just
She's-
kind of stay there, stroking her hair until she wakes up.
She will cling more to you.
I knew it.
You're seeing Lilith. Her eyes are moving behind her eyelids very rapidly.
Oh, I will. If I notice that, I'll like, not like shake her, but kind of put my like hand like on her neck. So like, I'm assuming my hands are usually pretty cold. So well, actually, they might be really warm.
I was gonna say, is Lilith always cold?
Yeah, Lilith is
Oh,
pretty
so there would
cold.
be a difference anyway.
Yeah.
It would be a difference anyway. So she'll just kind of like put her hand on like the side of her neck and kind of like try and wake her up, just like, not, she doesn't want to shake her, but like pressure almost. Lilith?
Lilith,
Lilith dear, wake up.
you're on a road.
Oh no.
Pretty rocky road. Kind of like a cobblestone path. It's very pretty. There are trees lining the path, as well as a multitude of just flowered bushes. You see this cobblestone path has runoffs almost everywhere. Like paths leading out of it. But it's dark outside as well, almost like the sky is pure black. They're engaged. The birds are engaged.
They're excited.
Looking at these paths that veer off, you see almost like just bits of etherealness in the air, and even seeing it from afar, you see it almost looks kind of like how a mirror shows a world on the inside, basically, but it shows something different than the area around you. And this is on every path that veers off.
How many like runoffs are there?
There's quite a bit. The path itself, it looks pretty neat right now, but looks, as you see in the distance, it looks like it gets more rough as it continues. These veered off paths, so there are quite a bit around you.
I'm just gonna look down one of the runoffs and try to see what I see. If I have to walk down it, I will.
Yeah. It's not that far off the path that you see the, like, ethereal cloud. Looking inside of it, you see... You almost feel like you're looking through Celeste's eyes. And... kind of figure that because you see, in the distance, yourself. And of course, someone else. Looks like she's peeking from behind a tree.
I want to lean in to get a closer look.
You look closer, you see yourself, and... Ugh. See yourself and Catherine. By a statue. Almost like a little shrine. She seems more engaged in it than you do. After long, Celeste turns away from the view. Her nerves, you could feel the nerves getting greater. And the cloud disappears.
Okay. I guess I'd head back to the main road that I was on.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to the next one, or are you going farther down?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit all these little runoffs.
Alright. You hit the next one, and you see the inside of the cathedral. The cathedral that you were in the very start of your journey. You feel fear and confusion as you almost look around and see this group of people standing beside you. And looking forward, you see the Dragonborn. You see now these crystals are giant. They take up almost the entire room, struggling to keep themselves upright as they hit the ground and reach the top of the roof. Dragonborn stands in front of the red crystal, and there are plenty of bodies around him, one of which you recognize as the satyr that you met mere hours before. This one lasts a little longer. You see a battle. You see the group toe to toe with this Dragonborn man, and after what seems like forever, kill him off. And almost as soon as the body drops, people around, except for a human boy, seem to have their attention drawn to these crystals. Stepping forward, touching it, and you're suddenly back in Thanor's. with even more fear and confusion. And the cloud disappears.
Do I recognize the human boy?
It seemed like a younger Hay.
Okay.
A few years younger than what he looks like now.
Um, okay. I'll make my way towards the other cloud, the next one.
Into this one. You see the cave. Which is weird, because you just saw the cathedral. You see the cave that brought you down to the cathedral whenever Hay showed it to you. And this group around you is a lot different. You see the Dragonborn man. And around you, you see...
You said I see the Dragonborn again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's going into the entrance to this cave. And the people around you... If you give me a second... There is a human, Pandarin, and a Duragard. And continuing, this person that you're seeing through the eyes of walks down the cave with this group. The Dragonborn, as you know, is Thaldrith, leading them. Hopping inside of this pristine cathedral. Should note that the outside of the cave, green grass. In this cathedral, you don't hear him speak. Well, it's more muffled than anything. Aldrich talks to the group. And you feel confusion. And you see the confused looks around you as well as all of the people around you go off, as well as quote unquote you. You feel waves of magic, and all of a sudden you see the crystal in front of you. Looking back, you see the other crystals around. Thaldrith begins to speak again, and more confusion arises before fear sets in as you see Thaldrith spearhead through the Druger's chest. He does this to the Pandarin, the human, and then to you. And the cloud disappears.
Okay. Writing. Sorry.
I kind of figured. I kind of figured the period after me speaking of quietness is just you writing.
I gotta write.
Give him my note taker crumbs.
Thank you for the meal, Massa. I move on to the next cloud.
next cloud. You're back in Thanos. You see, you kind of figured this is the satyr woman, Katie, that you are perceiving. Recognize as well as the vision looks down and you see hooves.
Okay, yeah.
You see, this is general, Katie, helping people who are sick. Mainly children. There's a little,
Sick?
yeah,
How? Like, what kind of sick?
just general, like, cold that can't be, or pneumonia, I should say.
Okay.
Pneumonia, sprained ankles, broken legs. There's a hospital in Thanos that that she is currently in.
I love Crumb.
Nothing too drastic as the cloud disappears.
You said that was the end of that one?
Yeah, it's mainly just her helping out people in the hospital.
A little
kinda
wholesome
figured
moment to
now.
break up.
Yeah, you kind of figure now that these are memories of the past lives.
I'm gonna look farther down the road, the main cobblestone road. How much longer does it look like it goes for?
You see, you notice that the path thing right now that you are on is it's a neat cobblestone, and as it continues on, it goes on for quite a bit, but it looks like it gets more ruined as it continues.
As much as I really want to sit here and just get every single crumb,
I can message you
please.
things that this can happen more often. You can choose to come in this, and if you ever like if there's ever a night that we just skip over and you say you want to look more into the lives, I can tell you more about it.
Okay.
Is Lilith trying to go down the path though?
I mean, yeah, she's gotta make her way down.
Give me a wisdom save.
Oh boy, I'm great at that. 19.
You continue down the path, not going into any of the runoffs. You continue walking, the cobblestones getting less and less, or a little rougher as you continue on. You almost feel like the pressure in your head is starting to grow. Notice now the runoffs, their clouds were almost color coded, I should say. Celeste were purple. Oh god. I gotta look at the colors now. Scroll up. Celeste were purple. Katie's were yellow. You see blue clouds now on these runoffs. And you see red in the distance. You continue forward.
I want to check out one of the blue ones just so I can figure out who it's connected to.
You're looking at one of the blue ones, and you see a hand outstretched forward to a tree. A robotic hand. Covered in vines and roots.
Oh my god, I love him.
I'll
love him
tell you
so
all
much.
about him. I love him too.
I love him.
This one, Morden is repairing trees that have fallen due to a storm. Putting them back together. Even repairing some damage that happened to the main tree of Theanoris. But that's about it. The cloud disappears. Now you're heading forward. Continuing down that
Yeah.
path. Wisdom save.
Snail has absolutely blessed me.
Snail has
Natural
blessed you.
20.
You
I had-
continue
That's
on.
what he's for, baby.
It's fucking amazing.
You continue on. You see change from blue to red clouds happen. The path now is pretty rugged. Almost like the cobblestones are starting to disappear. But it's very, very little. Are you checking out these clouds, or are you continuing on?
Yeah.
I'll say with that natural 20,
Yeah.
you continue on, passing the red clouds.
No, I wanted to check out the red one.
You want to check out the red clouds? Okay.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
You spot the first one. Going to the first one, you see, you can tell by the feet that you're staring at that this is the Loxodon. Laying
Nice.
down. Very hungry. You feel immense amount of hunger. And the area around him is almost like a clearing in a forest. Feel very weak as well. And you see his what's his name?
Cheris.
Cheris tries to get up, but just heavily falls back to the ground. that exhaustion just weighing on him more and more. Given this is the first one of the red clouds.
This is the first?
You figure this is how he died.
My god. Yeah, okay.
And almost as the eyes begin to shut, the cloud disappears.
Oh, I see what this is. I see. Okay. I'm gonna keep heading down the path.
That was a natural 20, so I'll let you continue. Orange is the color of the next one. Where in the orange clouds are you looking?
How many orange clouds are there?
There are quite
Like
a bit.
A shit ton. Oh my
There are
god.
quite a bit of all these clouds.
I want to check out the first three that I run into.
The first three. Alright. I'll give you that because you rolled a natural 20.
Thank you.
Going down to the first three, this pressure in your head is significantly worse. And the path underneath you is almost gone by this point. I should say, first three on the beginning or the end?
So like as I pass the red clouds, just the first three orange ones.
Okay. And the path is still there. Going to the first one that you see fire all around you. Theonoris's tree is not entirely on fire, but it's up there. You feel fearful once more. Desperation. Druid being a druid, trying to do the best they can to stop the fire and heal the tree. And not caring for the damage that they endure as they could help those out of the tree. It's around like a good third of the tree. The tree's branches is on fire, and you know from Theonoris, even in this time, the entire city's on the tree. Desperation ensues as Amity helps people out of their homes, and in turn tries to keep the fire from spreading. This continues on for a bit before one of the homes, after helping people outside of it, collapses in on her. I don't think Lilith has ever been burned, but given your history, it's not a very fun feeling.
I do not enjoy fire at all.
pretty obvious, given this is the first one of Amity's that you're at. You know where this is going. Do you wait for the cloud to disappear, or are you pulling yourself out of it?
No, I am pulling out.
Yeah. You pull out, and only a few moments afterwards, the cloud disappears. Okay.
Stop. I knew when I said pull out, someone was gonna say something. Anyways. Never back then.
God damn it.
I'm gonna go to the next one.
The next one. Next one. You see Amity. You knew Amity to be an elf. That was pretty obvious. Eladrins are elves. There's a long line of clouds that Amity has, and in this one you see something that wasn't really seen in other clouds. You see her socializing with a lot of what you can guess are elders of Thanor's. Almost like they and her are good friends. You see a feast in front of you, a big table full of food. Of course, the words that are being said are muffled in your ears, but it seems like a very jolly time. People come to greet Amity, almost giving her hugs and handshakes. And you feel gratefulness. And everyone sits down to eat. The cloud disappears not long after the feast starts.
How much time feels like it's passed since I've been in here?
You weren't sure.
Okay.
And it's like how this same feeling of when you were talking to them face to face before. It felt like almost an hour for you for that in that day before. Did I say given you're looking at okay. Everything went quiet really quick. I got so confused. Given that you're looking at like all these memories, it's been quite a bit for you.
Okay, I'm just gonna see if I can even make it to the very, very first cloud.
Make me a wisdom save.
Come on, snail. 17.
Pressure in your head almost grows unbearable as you continue on this path.
No. Okay.
You continue on. The path almost disappearing in front of you. trees also started to disappear at this point. These paths get more and more rugged, and it's almost like it's in reach. But as you near the very beginning, or the very end, subjective to this point, of the path, darkness envelops you. And you wake up.
Lilith?
Olu just shoots up.
I feel like, because Eris would be like leaning over.
Oh, I just
Bonk
walked
in the head.
Yeah, that headbutts me.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm
oh,
sorry. I'm sorry.
oh, are you alright? Oh, oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry. Oh my
No,
god.
you're fine. What was that?
I was I was them. I was seeing through them.
Them?
The past crystal holders.
Oh,
I saw their visions. I saw what they did.
huh. Could you see any of Celeste's?
I did, yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I made it all the way to the very first.
Really?
Yeah, but my head really fucking hurts right now.
Yeah, it might also be because
I'm
you
sorry.
immediately. No, you're fine, dear. I mean, that could be useful. Not that
Well,
I'm. Are you able to control it? Or was it just a one off thing?
I think I can control it. I mean, I could try again when I go back to sleep.
Yeah, don't push yourself though. If it makes your head hurt, then we can give it some time.
Yeah, but this could be useful for
It
everyone.
could. It very, very well could, yes. But also, putting yourself in jeopardy is not something any of us want.
I'm sorry about your head.
No, it's fine, Lilith. It's sincerely okay. I
didn't
have
think you would
had.
be back here.
It's. That kind of forced me to come back here. Not that I don't love spending time with you. But I just. Especially because you kind of had a big day yesterday. A lot
Yeah.
happened. So just wanted to make sure you're alright, which, I mean, other than a headache and supposed new visions of past crystal holders, how are you doing?
Well, I'm fine. Think.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, I'm tired, don't get me wrong, but I feel good.
That's good.
I'm happy that you're with me, though. It's nice being able to see you first thing. It's
You
comforting.
can't say that to me, Lilith.
It's comforting. It is. Even if I did headbutt you.
You know, I would be pretty alarmed if someone was leaned over me as soon as I woke up. The headbutting's totally excused.
I was so close to that first was like it's like this cloud, and I was right there, and it just like it was too much.
How so? Like, so you said you were able to. You were them. You were able to see through their eyes. What was it like? Like, what were you seeing? Memories? Things that they did?
Yeah. So, oh gosh, there's a lot to go through.
It's fine. Just simplify it, and another time we can go into specifics.
Well, there were 5 different colors of these clouds, and when I would walk up to the cloud, I was them seeing through their eyes. I couldn't hear anything, like it was just really muffled, but I could see what they were doing and what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I saw how some of them passed, which was not fun. But the farther and farther I went down the main, I guess, path, the more the headache grew.
Mm.
But I think I want to try it again. Not now.
Obviously, yes.
I don't know if I could even sleep anymore.
Well, I'm trying to think of things that we could do back here. Got booted back here.
We could, I mean, I know you mentioned wanting to braid hair with Nova. I wonder if,
She just gets like a grin on her face.
I wonder if, can we braid each other's hair or something?
I would absolutely love that, dear. And maybe if you feel comfortable to tell me a bit more about your past. Beth had mentioned a few things, and I just felt very in the dark.
I'm sorry. I would anything.
Don't be sorry,
I will
dear.
tell you.
Don't be sorry. It's not something that comes up naturally. Just airing out everything.
Guess you have a point.
Hmm.
But I would love to share the memory of her with you.
And I would love to hear it, my dear. And you'll just give her a kiss on the cheek.
I want to druid craft a rose.
Oh.
And as I'm braiding Eris's hair, I want to put the rose in her hair. Like, I want to grow, like, obviously not, like, grow roses in her hair, but, like, as I keep going, I'm just druid crafting more roses and putting them and scattering them throughout.
The way I'm going to scream.
Cute.
I love women.
I will say, around this time, given the fact that it was pretty loud when they bumped their heads together, Yuri,
Yeah.
Yuri, you would wake up around this time as well. Or just open your eyes, considering you're meditating.
Yeah, I've just been watching this happen.
Is he in the back?
Yes,
I thought he was on top.
You were just watching
No,
us.
Cedar is on top. It's because Nova, are you still creature in his lap?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna address that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aristotle just kind of like look over.
There was a
Like,
tiny
hi.
creature in Yuri's lap.
When
Looked like a cat on his lap.
Yuri,
Mm-hmm.
when did you pick up the stray?
It looks like Nova.
Oh, I thought it was just a
It's
cat.
just tiny.
I also thought you meant a cat.
Yeah, I
tiny
thought you
and,
just
like-
meant cat.
Yeah, tiny.
No, they're the size of like a house cat right now.
Huh.
Just little.
What? What happened? When did you pick up the stray?
I was
I
with
thought it was
Allie.
just a
I was
cat.
like, oh, a
I
cat.
thought it was
Okay.
just a cat. Okay.
I'm just tapping last night. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, sorry, I kind of tunnel visioned. Didn't realize you were there. Honestly.
No, it's fine. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that is my specialty anyway, being invisible to the naked eye, even while standing. Incredibly.
Don't. Okay. How did you sleep?
Well, didn't really sleep. Just read some books and meditated the latter half of the rest. So
Well, rest then.
yeah, it was well.
All right. How long does Nova stay like that? Nova, dear.
I don't know. I've never. It's not happened. I think it's because they fell asleep. Or at least that's my running theory.
Nova.
They are staring at you with thoughtless eyes behind
Mm.
their mask.
I don't think it's because they fell asleep. How do we change you back? She's gonna squint. You've got a smooth brain.
No,
Playing their heads, I guess.
Valleys are bumps.
All ideas
Yeah, they're
slide right
purring.
out.
They are making purring sounds. It's basically like they have a cat brain. At least that's kind of what it looks like. You said you're patting their head.
Yep.
They are kneading biscuits onto your legs.
I'm honestly not sure how to feel about this.
It's quite weird, yes. But well, it doesn't. I don't find it. I find it interesting.
Definitely interesting. I just want to make sure they're not like this forever.
I would hope not either. But I guess we'll see in time.
I suppose.
Yeah, at this point, they kind of stretch in that classic, very big cat stretch kind of way. And they hop up and kind of plant themselves on the, like, just next to him. And they kind of pull their legs to their chest and they get bigger. Back to the size they were originally at, with just their chin resting on their knees. And then they kind of jump and take a very deep breath.
Are you okay?
Sorry?
Are you okay?
Yeah, same dream as always. Never gets any easier. And they kind of put a hand to their neck and kind of rub a little bit.
Lilith and I were about to have a brain train if you would like to join.
They kind of pause and just stare at you for a very long moment before
I can
getting up
add
and just sit.
I can have flowers now.
Yeah, Lilith can do flowers. I only have the few that are in my hair, but they're kind of dried. I don't know if you.
Very vigorously thumping the floor right now. I would love that. I would love that a lot, actually. I wanted to ask you about it, but I wasn't sure how to ask you about it because your hair's so long.
Yeah. Well, I would not mind if you braided it.
I would like, please.
whenever you guys are done, I would like to talk to Nova alone.
Where are we supposed to go?
We're in a
Yuri,
I
cart.
think there was enough.
we're in a car. No, Veth kicked me out.
Well,
What?
I didn't say anything, dear.
I heard my name!
You kicked
Yeah,
Eris out?
No.
I didn't want you waking
You
up
don't
alone, my
appreciate her
dear!
company?
yeah, what kind of insensitive man are you?
Excuse me? Oh! I'll turn this cart around right now!
Oh my word.
No, keep it
I
going.
finally found that joke, Eris!
Oh, I don't know if I want to hear it now.
No, go back up, go back up.
What do you call an angry carrot?
I don't know. What do you call an angry carrot?
A steamed veggie.
Lilith, would you like to run
That's a
away
good
with
one.
me?
I would love that so much.
Okay, sounds wonderful.
Anyway. It's a little important, though. Beth, I don't know if you could make room again up there. I don't know.
There would be four people up there, Yuri. I don't know if that's possible.
I can always go on the roof again.
If you want, I can sit over here and do this. And you put your hands over here.
You'll just have to wait until we get to the city, Yuri.
We can sit on the roof.
Guess we could.
Well, you two gonna watch clouds go by together?
Maybe. I don't know exactly what the talk would be around about, honestly. I'm a little worried.
Yeah, why does it have to be alone, Yuri? What's going on?
Did I upset you somehow? Is something wrong?
No. It's just I have some questions, and I want to make sure that if the answers are not wanting to be spread, it's better to stay with me.
Alright.
Oh, so you get to know everyone and no one else does. Got it. Cool. Understood.
It's to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
If they want you to know, then they can tell you, but I just want to make sure.
Alright.
Okay. How big is the card?
Have you ever seen a pop-up camper?
A pop-up camp.
Start searching.
Hold on. It doesn't exactly look like this, but it's around the same size. It's enough to where you can stand in it. Surprising that these are not as big as.
Yeah, yours was.
Fucking
Yeah, yours was
huge.
bigger. Yeah, it was actually an extra large.
This is about the size of it. This is what a pop-up camper is.
Okay. Okay.
You can stand up in it.
Thought so. Okay. I think I'll wait to talk when in the city.
Okay.
Right. Anything else you guys want to do before we continue on the day into the night? Other than Veth reading his book.
I am braiding Eris's or Lilith's hair. This is happening.
Braiding hair and kissing my girlfriend.
And creating flowers.
Alright. It takes on like, I don't know, probably like an hour to braid each other's hair, so. Maybe two. If you want to do something intricate. But we continue on. The night. Who's driving for the night?
Eris, usually.
Unless Beth wants to stay up.
Now you'll have a snooze.
Alright. Cars up front. Now it's the 8th day of Samhain. Alright. Lilith, would you again do that during the night? If you do, I can just message you.
No, I would take Eris's advice and just wait a day. I'll do it like every other day to give myself time.
Alright.
To fully just process everything.
Yuri.
Hmm?
Maybe a Christmas save.
What?
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? What?
Why did it save? Oh
Okay.
my god!
Okay.
Ignore that roll. I hit that on accident somehow. What the fuck?
Club 3.
What the fuck?
Ignore that roll. What do you mean?
The second one.
Okay.
I guess my mouse clicked some twice.
So we're going with 3.
Yep.
Yeah. So everyone settles down for the night. Beth and Lilith in the back. Yuri and Nova sitting beside each other once again. Yuri, you're reading books again? And then meditating again?
Yes.
You, as it gets later in the night, you finish reading, wanting to meditate. You don't know when it is you fell asleep. Something just called for you to fall asleep. Suddenly, you're back in that white hall again.
Yeah,
The fuck is
look
this?
at that
Oh
change.
my
Look
God.
at that change.
What
Cedars,
is happening?
no!
What the fuck is
Cedars things are gone!
Cedar?
Shit!
Oh, Cedar!
You know what? Let's fix it right now. Cedar, go to green.
Okay.
Make it green.
Shit. Warp. Yuri's about to get whipped.
It's,
out.
it's kind of, they're there. It's just, That is what it is.
It's fine.
I think we chose magenta because it was like the least weird looking color behind Cedar's antenna.
It's fine. He's just built different.
And you were in the hallway again.
Great. He's gonna start walking forward. But kind of like at a faster pace.
At a faster pace? You notice this time there are actually, instead of the stark white hallway with bare walls, there are doors now.
I'll open it.
Several doors, I should say.
Oh. Like on either side of the hall?
Yes.
Great. I'll open the first door on the left.
The first door on the left, you open it, you see this, contrary to the stark white that this place is known to be, you see A bare concrete room. Empty. There are chains on the wall. With metal clasps at the end of them. And the clasps have dried blood on them.
He's gonna close the door and open the first door on the right.
Locked.
Great. Second door on the left.
Locked, but you hear pacing on the inside.
Okay. We'll leave it. Second door on the right.
It's almost like you can turn the handle, but it's almost like the door is jammed.
How many more doors down the hall?
There's 3 more sets. Sets being doors on either side of each other.
Oh boy. Okay. Third on the left.
Open. It is kind of like an altar room. Again, there's dried blood everywhere.
Alright. He's gonna close it. Go on the other side.
Locked, but you hear screaming.
Great. Fourth door on the left.
You open it. And this room is white. It has a concrete floor. Looks like a bedroom. You see someone sleeping. A small figure. I say small, not exactly. Like, probably a little bit smaller than you.
Is it like... I'm sorry, is it dark? Can I not really tell who it is, or...
It's dark in the room, yes, but, they do have a blanket over them.
I'm definitely gonna try to approach stealthily.
Try to approach. And almost like being yanked by a chain. You feel your neck get pulled backwards.
Is it like a pulling of like reaching the end of the chain, or like zero slack, or is it like someone's pulling me?
Someone's pulling you.
Great. All right, I guess I'm not going to see who it is. Leave the room and go to the, what was it, fourth on the right
Even
now?
you have a high passive perception, I would say you see black hair. Pillow.
Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna go, fourth door on the right.
On the right. Open and empty.
Fifth on the left.
Open and empty again.
Fifth on the right.
Locked and labeled experimentation.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Where the fuck is my ass? Son of a. Alright. So I'm guessing, is there like a main set of doors at the end of the hall, or does the hall keep going?
You remember from last time, there is. It's just like the hallway ends to this open room.
Oh. I'll enter.
You see the familiar room, the pillars lining the pathway up to the throne in front of you. I don't have my stream deck set up, so. Gary, dear. Snooping around, are we? Oh shit, I don't have Discord. There we go. Oh fuck.
Can't just leave doors for me not to check.
Who said you could check them, though? This is my domain, after all.
That's
there are
maybe
things I
true,
don't
but
want you to see.
well, if you're gonna summon me in my dreams, why don't you just summon me here instead of at the end of the hall?
Fair enough. Maybe I wanted you to question what you saw. That little brain running of yours.
Well, needless to say, some of it doesn't matter to me anyway.
Surprised. I called you here because I have a letter for you.
Letter?
Mm-hmm. Someone really wanted to talk to you.
Yuri looks a little hesitant but intrigued. Yeah, she holding it.
Yeah, she's holding this. First, like, one leg over the other. Arm resting on her knee. This letter in her hand.
Yuri is gonna approach and kind of yoink it from her hand.
Now she, whips her hand back. I wanted to read it to you, because, I'm quite interested about this Kava girl.
Ow!
Yuri take a few steps back then. Now he's looking a bit concerned.
She leans back, having the letter in both hands now. Oh. She even wrote dear. Oh, dear Yuri. I'm not sure where you are right now. That's why I plan on sending this by bird. Well, sorry, I'm not exactly the bird you thought. I traveled to Hawthorne, but I will say it's not what I was expecting. My brother, Irdal, has been doing fine. I bought him clothes. He and I, as well, needed them. I haven't thought about my last job for days now. I'm happy about that. An afterthought now. I'm hoping I can move forward with a happy life, and maybe I can see you again. to finally try something more right. No one-offs, no one-night stands. We are heading to Nuxvar now. We were told it's a more peaceful place. I talked to the right people, apparently, allowing us to teleport there. So maybe, if you're heading that way, we can meet again. I hope we can. Oh, she even wrote love. Love Kava.
That is quite unfortunate.
She looks up, thinking for a second. You see her wave her hand. In the air, and a mirror appears. Wasn't she quite the looker? Oh, I'm sorry, hooker, right? Wow, and here I was thinking, you were different.
That never should have happened.
And even your care for me, oh wow. Fuck me for even thinking you were concerned for me after what I showed you was true. Another pretty, broken creature comes along. You leave her in the dust too? And your new
No.
friend as well. Even another broken one. A strange one.
They have nothing to do with this.
Of course, you strange ones like to get along. You're going to put your dick in them, too. Leave them in the dust afterwards.
No, clearly after you, No. I could never, not again.
You know, Yuri, you'd think with your new self-enforced father figure that you would actually take a thing or two from his book on how to treat women. He actually has two that desire his time. You had to pay that girl, Kava, right, to touch you. And you wanted her to be a part of your... what is it in your culture? Well, I guess... shouldn't be surprised you would want her that way. Treat her like she was won or conquered. Your culture does have such fair laws surrounding women.
I've thought wrong of culture. I've known that it's not right to treat women like that. And like I said, Kava was a mistake.
I wonder how she would take it hearing that. She seems to care about you. Given this letter, no? She'd leave her high and dry? It makes sense you would leave her dry.
I'll have to I'll have to break it down. Love built on intimacy is not real love.
But it seems like she really wanted to try something with you. I wonder how she would take it. She's heading to next far, though. Maybe I can give her a few pastries.
I have no interest for her anymore. Just leave her with it.
And you might want to get to Nuxvar quick. She's teleporting there, is she not? To be fair, who knows how long she's been there now?
I don't need to deal with this right now. It's gonna start turning around and walking the other way.
I would love to see how you treat this next one, Yuri. Don't break their heart as well.
He kind of like, after hearing that for a moment, he kind of pauses in his place, and then continues to walk.
You continue to walk, going back into the hallway. The darkness consumes you once more. You wake up. The morning.
It's nice and warm now.
I didn't even have that dream, and I feel so shocked.
That was not nice.
Oh, it's not nice. Not nice.
Oh, for blood.
I'm sorry, he started laughing. I had to pause for a minute because I was laughing as well.
There were some good roasts.
For real.
Yeah, they were real
I
good.
gotta give her that.
Yeah.
Tear that man apart. Men ain't shit. You go, girl.
I feel gross after listening to that.
I'm sorry. Dell doesn't care. I understand that Nova is ace. But
Yeah,
it's a devil.
however,
It's a
They are
devil.
incredibly ace.
However,
However,
Is
a
that-
devil will say anything to make someone uncomfortable.
you wake up. You wake up
Is
to
it
just two
funny
beady
red?
eyes at you.
Oh shit!
what the
Two
fuck?
white beady eyes at you.
Oh,
Headbutt.
hi.
Yep.
They do not realize that they are probably very close right now.
Yeah, Yuri isn't as surprised as Lilith was to invoke a headbutt.
Oh, did they headbutt? I have no idea.
No.
No, I headbutt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Lilith headbutted Eris.
Like, that's how Lilith shows love.
Yeah, just headbutt
violence?
people.
Yeah, violence.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever heard of cute aggression?
God.
So true.
Uh, Yuri looks a little hesitant to look at Nova.
They just tilt their head slightly. Sorry, is this too close?
No,
I
it's
got personal space sometimes.
no. You're okay. I just had a bad dream.
Oh. Do you want to talk about it? I could not write it down if you want, so I'll forget about it later. I just know that sometimes it's nice to have your thoughts be heard, even if I won't end up remembering. Kind of nice to get it off your chest, I guess.
Yeah, Yuri's gonna look to the others inside. Who all is awake?
It's still dark outside. So I'd say everyone's still asleep.
Except for Eris.
Yeah, Eris is driving the cart.
I hear everything always, baby.
Not a fight. Be quiet.
You're capable of doing that? That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Veth's not capable of being quiet. Yuri is. Get it right, Allie.
It was more of a jab at Alex, but yeah.
Huh. Oh, damn it. Okay. I was half tempted to to cast silence on Eris, but it's too big.
Bitch ass hoe.
We're also moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it would have to be like on them, which would not help.
And I would have to make a save if you cast it on me. I would know.
That's fine. That's why he's not gonna do it.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
fine.
god. Oh my
Um,
god. No, do it. Do it. Let's have it right
Because I
here.
can't. It's not gonna work. That's why.
I would kill you again. Round 2. 2 for 2. Let's go.
Uh-huh. Right. Anyway. The dream was... Yuri kind of like looks over to Nova.
They're looking at him.
I don't want to hurt you.
I didn't think you were going to.
And for that reason, I probably should not say what happened.
That's fine. You don't have to. It was just a thought.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I get it.
Eris,
Hmm?
how far are we to Nuxwar?
That's a very good question. Hey god.
Nuxfar?
No, wait, my bad, not,
Althelny,
the next-
2 hours.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. Forgot.
Nuxfar?
About 2
like about a
hours?
week.
Yeah, I was gonna say next one was
Let's go.
about like 2 hours, I think. The sun should be rising when we get there.
Okay.
Why? Are you in a hurry?
No, no, it's alright. I was just wondering.
Okay.
Yuri looks back over to Nova.
They're still just staring at him.
I'm scared to go to Nuxmar.
Why?
There's... It's hard to explain.
That's fine.
if I could help, if there's someone there that I don't want to see again.
Did they hurt you?
He's kind of starting to get a little teary-eyed.
Their shoulders kind of relax, I guess, from being in constant state of tension. Did they hurt you?
Avery kind of looks. He looks down and nods. And now because of that, I believe that they're gonna hurt someone who does not deserve to be hurt.
That's not your fault.
No, that's the sad part. It is. It is my fault.
Yuri, it is not your fault. You cannot control the actions of other people. Believe me, that is a lesson I have had to learn with time. We are not in control of other people. Even if it feels like our decisions influence them, it is their choice to do what they do, not ours. That is not your fault. There are few things that I know with certainty, but that is one of the ones that I know. That would never be your fault.
I hope so. I'm just afraid that something really bad is gonna happen to them. Even so, I could not. It would be unforgivable.
I know a few people in Uxvar. I kind of live there half the time. Maybe we can ask for help.
That would be nice.
Yeah. My kind of mom figure lives there. When she's upset, she is a force to be reckoned with. And I have a few other very good friends as well. They're kind. I'm sure they'd be willing to be of assistance.
I really hope so.
If you don't have the strength to have hope, then I'll have it for you. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. I guess while it's still quiet, at this point, Yuri's kind of just like rubbing his eyes, trying to clear them up a bit. There is something I did talk about. I read your books.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have intruded on them. It's just there's something about you that made me curious.
It's fine. What did you read?
a name. Yuri kind of like looks back over to Arist so he can like make sure that they're not trying to pry in.
They couldn't give less of a shit of what's going on up there.
Oh, good. Who is Null?
They tense up almost immediately at the mere mention of it. And their leg kind of starts to bounce. And they kind of almost instinctually start scratching at the back of their left hand.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that name was. I'm sorry.
It's fine. No, it's fine. Oh God.
You don't have to tell me any of it. It's alright.
No. I'm gonna have to rip off the band-aid eventually about it. I just I'm scared to talk about it. It's hard to explain.
I get it.
Just complicated.
It's. I'm sure it's not easy to talk about.
And I'm afraid of what you'll think of me.
How is how is Nova's positioning right now?
They're looking kind of past him, not quite directly at him.
With them still being so close to each other, Yuri is gonna put his forehead on theirs.
They
Trust
kind of
me,
seem to calm a little.
Trust me, no, it's okay. There's nothing that you can say that'll scare me away.
You'd be surprised.
Nova, I've been through a lot, and with that dream I just had, it really didn't help. But it's a lot is starting to not really phase me anymore. Is it not working?
Nothing to know.
I'll lower the sensitivity. Maybe that'll help. For now. My mic is pretty close.
Okay. Well, how can I even begin? No was me for a very long time. I hate them. They were disgustingly horrible. They were the thing I became after the world. After things changed and I died the first time.
I'm sorry that's the case. I didn't understand that it was to that extent.
It's little literal as well. I was not the same person then.
Like, physically or mentally.
I was a monster. Not the good kind.
I
Kind of depended on how bad it was that day. Kind of how a lot of things can be. I don't fully even remember some of it.
I even so, I still get that. I used to be a monster as well. And even so, I mean, looking at us now, I at least see that we have at least both changed for the better.
I'm still atoning. I have centuries or even more than centuries worth of harm I need to make up for. I have hurt many people, even if I don't realize that I have, and I never stop thinking about it.
Yes, can you repeat that? My mind went blank.
I have centuries worth of atoning to make up for. Probably more than centuries, honestly. I hurt a lot of people, even if I didn't realize I was doing so.
I feel like I still feel the same way. I almost feel like I'm atoning now. All that's happening, all my emotions through all at once. It's just been so overwhelming on the brain, and you're not alone.
They tense at that. They kind of subconsciously lift their hand to rub their fingers against the heart-shaped like locket around that hangs from their neck. Although it's kind of clearer now as it shifts in their fingers, it's only the front half of a locket that's been broken in two. I know. It's also kind of why I wear this. And they lift with their other hand to kind of tap a finger on their mask, which kind of makes a kind of hollow wooden clicking sound, like it's like knock. Null shared my face, and I no longer like seeing myself. I just see it. They were a sickness, and then my friend freed me again. But now I fear it's happening to them too.
I'm sorry you see things. And but if it makes you feel any better, like obviously I never knew you as Null. I only know you as Nova. Well, at least when I saw you with the mask off, you were beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Was that weird?
I have no idea. A little conflicted of how to feel about that.
It might be better if we put this subject down for now.
That'd be nice. Yeah, it's a little louder now.
Yuri, feeling a little bad, goes to pull them in for a hug.
They tense at first and then just settle into it. The flame on their tail flickers a little brighter, and they kind of subtly purr.
I think Yuri can tell that it helped them a little bit, so he'll kind of hold them just a little bit tighter. Just a little.
You make things quiet for some reason.
I do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I guess to make it even. You make me feel like I can tell you anything.
I'm glad. I won't write it down if you prefer. I don't mind forgetting if that makes you more comfortable.
No, it's okay. I think I want you to remember.
Okay. I don't want to forget you.
Yuri like kind of slightly grins under his mask. You won't. I promise. And then he'll kind of pull them back in for the forehead contact, and kind of basically just starts petting them.
I pray to whatever creator beings may exist that I never will. And their antlers get a little smaller, the points a little duller. Their tail kind of curls around their side, sparks harmlessly flick off. And they merely shut their eyes and cling to the conversation, the memory, just that minute, the moment, and they hope with all they are that they just get to keep this one memory.
Right.
Yuri, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yuri, you notice, with your high passive perception, you see Veth grinning.
Yuri's gonna squint at
Veth, now noticing that things are quiet, is going to open his one good eye, still smirking at Yuri
It's
as
just
he's laying.
so worried about Eris listening in. Didn't think. The nosy one is Veth. The nosy one is fucking
The
Veth.
early riser is Veth.
Yes.
I figured we still had
Oh
time.
my god.
Veth wakes
It's just like, I only gotta worry about Eris. Me.
Veth, who is laying there peacefully with Lilith, just kind of like slowly turns his head, giving a smirk, and just mouths, "I knew it. I fucking knew it." He's grinning. He's got the biggest fucking grin on his face.
Yuri's gonna take a moment from kind of just heading Nova to flick off Veth.
Flick off.
Yeah, I flick him off.
Mm-hmm.
Still angry, by
I
the way.
flick him up.
I flick them off, guys.
Such an elementary
Guys,
school thing.
I flick off my
nothing else.
dad.
There's nothing else that you can do.
Guys, I'm gonna flick off my dad. Oh my god, he's being so
I'm so
annoying.
angry. Yeah. Beth is awake at this point. It's
He's been awake.
Yeah, it's been around. It's probably like the sun's starting to rise by this point.
He knows message, right? He knows fucking message. Yeah, he knows
Oh
message.
my
He knows
god.
message.
Oh my god.
He's going to message Yuri in his head. You forget that I wake up very early, Yuri.
Fuck off.
Oh. Something wrong. Embarrassed.
I think you could probably tell a little bit on the top of Yuri's face that he is a little you can see on his cheeks that he's kind of like blushed out of embarrassment.
What's wrong, son? Aren't you going to introduce me?
No, don't you start this.
What? Just trying to help. Could give you, a little bit of assistance, because clearly you're not very good at this.
There's nothing more than just okay. This is it.
You're very funny. You're hilarious, in fact. You've never been a good liar, and I've lived a long time.
No, you leave me alone.
No, I don't think I will. Man, wait until I tell Eris all about this.
Oh my.
Ha 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 ha.
She
wait.
and I will have a field day about it. Actually, I think I'll do that right now.
You get up and I'll stab you in the foot.
Oh no, I don't have to get up to tell her.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
He's going to message Eris in her head. Guess what
Good
little
morning.
development I've just witnessed, my dear.
What would that be?
Yuri has a little crush.
Oh, you mean what was happening on the roof? Yes, I heard.
Ah, good. Heard it all?
Most of it. It was bits and pieces, but...
You sleep well, dear? I can't exactly speak to you in person. I have someone sleeping on me.
Did you just ask if I slept well?
Idiot.
He's gonna realize that? He's gonna realize the words that just came out of his mouth?
Idiot.
Well, not out of his mouth, out of his mind.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, I slept so wonderfully, in fact. I don't think I've ever
I
been more
deserve
well
this.
rested.
Yep, I
That's-
deserve this.
It's just so refreshing to go to sleep at night.
Alright,
And sleep for 8 hours and then wake up fully refreshed and feeling wonderful in the morning. I love sleeping.
I will send you so many jokes in your mind, you will never be able to think of anything else but my horrible jokes.
Do it, and I shatter your mind, my dear.
Darling, you've already made my heart feel better. Why would you break my mind?
I could do both. I could break your heart and your mind. If you send me bad jokes, I will do both. I will run off with Lilith, and I will never look back. We clear? We good?
I suppose.
Good. No, anyway, what was all that? Because I did only get bits and pieces. What's the new full development?
Well, it was a very cute conversation. Incredibly adorable. Of course, Yuri failed to realize that I wake up early. It was people around their guess the age for what they are, talk about, mushy kind of things.
Oh,
It's very cute because I'm gonna rip into him a lot.
Eris will just kind of like stand on the seat to like look over at the ceiling, just like poke her head over. To just give Yuri the most shit-eating grin.
You're inside. He's inside the thing.
He went inside?
They were never on top.
Or inside.
Okay.
Yeah,
We talked
There's a
about going
window.
on top, but we never did.
There's a window.
Yeah, so she'll just turn around in the window then. And just look at Yuri and just kind of like tilt her head and place her hand on her chin.
Yuri's giving you
And
that.
message. Then she'll message to Yuri.
Oh my.
Good morning. Seemed like you and Nova had a bunch to talk about last night.
Don't start with me.
Don't start what? Is there something I'm missing, Yuri?
I'm gonna kill Beth.
Kill? Why would you kill Veth? Now that's a bit rude to do your father figure.
Well, he peeped, so
What?
he peeped in on our conversation. He's
Oh, I thought you said he beat me. I was like, what?
yes, he beat me. Please hurt him. No.
You know, I don't know if you realize, but you don't talk as quietly as you think you do.
I guess I somehow get that from him.
Probably. Yes, he talks quite loud. My goodness. Anyway, I'm glad you're feeling a bit better.
Thank you. Even if I wish that were the truth. But
You don't feel better at all? You're not even a slight bit contented, happy, any joyous sort of feeling?
dreams can really poke at.
I haven't had one of those in a while.
I wish I didn't have any.
Careful what you wish for, because it might just come true. And then she'll just sever the connection and sit back forward.
I want to fight.
What?
Sorry, the bird just fucking ripped off the top of their food bowl again. Every fucking day, I go fix it. Whips it off again. It's fucking white too, I know
Fight
it
the
is.
birds.
Chew that plastic.
My darling, as you could tell, is not happy. It makes such a loud noise too when they take it and throw it to the bottom of their cage, just clunking along the metal all the way down.
No.
They're so violent when they whip it off too. It's fucked
Watch
up.
out.
Yes, I wish we didn't have to go to Nuxfar.
Are you?
Who you talking to?
Eris.
Eris severed the connection.
Do you
No.
do you
Yeah,
have
there's no
message?
Nope, I am saying this out loud now. Fuck it. I'll let everyone know. Well, the ones that are awake at least.
You wish we didn't have to go to Nuxfar?
Yes.
I mean, understandable. I wish we didn't have to go a lot of places, but we kind of do if we want to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I guess so.
say by this time, Lilith and Cedar, and the fact that the sun has risen, light shines through the window, you both wake up.
Are we there at the place?
A few minutes out, you see it in the distance. Again, I'll say, like, throughout the night, there was a lot of people walking the path in groups of, like, 2 or 3 every, like, 20 to 30 minutes.
Please. Good morning, everyone. We're almost there. Not to Naxxar, obviously.
Good morning!
Oh, goodness.
What? It's a new day, the sun is shining, we're going to our next city, can stretch my legs a bit.
Couldn't
Be
bark
good.
at your good morning.
Hello there, boy.
He was also sleeping.
Oh. I'm
Why
sorry,
did you wake him up
guy.
so rudely?
I'm gonna have to make a bark button.
Yeah.
Bark
I'm
button.
doing that right now.
I'll just
Hell
bark.
yeah.
I'll just bark audibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I could do.
Gives his
I
own.
could do the Minecraft dog noises.
I'll be a dog. My initials are ARF. I was assigned a dog at birth.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Son, dog at birth.
I was assigned dog at birth.
I like to say. Usually, I like to say I was assigned furry at birth, but
Oh
that's me.
my
Sorry, that's me.
god.
Oh, that was too much for Anna.
Yeah, apparently.
No.
Edison, no more.
It was too much for Anna. Was that too much for you?
No, my Discord just restarted on its own.
It was too much for
I don't know what
Discord.
the fuck happened. And Discord heard that and was like, I'm done.
I also like the fact
I'm
that
done.
I'm
there's like
done.
a storm going in the back of Lilith's background.
Here, stream. You get cat.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's up
Guys,
with that.
I'm gonna
We're
be
good.
honest. I
We're
don't know
dealing
what the
with it.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm gonna be really honest.
He's okay.
I'm a little lost. I show up, I do a funny little character, and then I go to bed.
You bit me.
Yeah,
Hold on,
you
I'm
know,
gonna see which
that's
one.
the story of my life.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening?
Oh, you guys hear that?
Yes.
I'm the wrong one. I put it through my mic, but not my line out.
Mm.
Like a little trumpet.
I'm getting rid of nasty people. I'm sorry.
No!
Yeah, I'll get rid of everyone. Fuck.
My child.
Oh, wait. Actually, I'll have to send this to you.
Getting rid of me.
I don't know what any of that means.
Nice little people.
Here.
Where the fuck is that one?
Oh, I'm getting food.
Yeah?
Just dump everything.
Food. What is wrong with you?
Wait, where's the NASA people one?
Oh no, it's on my soundboard. On my actual soundboard.
Oh.
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 People.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
fuck.
Mm.
Now I got a dog bark button.
Dog bark.
Odin.
Bark, bark.
Odin.
I love him so much.
Anyways, back to voiceless jail.
Yep.
Banished to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, you all wake up at this point. I'd say around this time, you all right into Althelny. It's a solid 8 a.m. in the morning. But even at this time in the morning, there is people out and about in Althelny. Eris, you being the one on the cart, you see, it's actually, let me post the map for Althelny.
Cute little quaint village.
Quaint little village, yes.
I love it.
It's so cute.
Indeed.
Little.
You see people in and out of the taverns. It's pretty clear what a tavern looks like at this point. You write in from the top of the map, and the stables right beside you are pretty barren. There's not really any horses in them. And seeing through the gaps of the buildings, you see a few people come in and out of the taverns from across the way. Yes.
Cute little place. I remember when I was here.
You've been here before.
Of course. My position has me travel quite a bit. I travel through here to get the Nuxfar a few times for political issues. Cute place. Never changes, though.
Well, sometimes that's good for people.
It is good. Good for here, anyway. It's quiet, it's cute. Ugh. How long do you guys want to stay here before we move on?
As long as we can.
Oh, wow.
Yuri, we need to get to Nuxvar as soon as possible.
We really do.
I know you don't want to. Frankly, neither do I. But we do have things we need to try and figure out. And despite personal issues with people, we can't put that on hold.
Right.
It's gonna be okay. Remember?
Besides, it's an incredibly beautiful city. Plenty of little rivers you two can sit by. He's grinning at Nova.
Veth, I'm gonna kill you.
I don't really like water. I'm honestly a little worried when we get there because it's raining.
Oh.
Water hurts a lot, actually.
Yuri,
Water hurts. What?
Yuri, be a gentleman. Go buy an umbrella.
Umbrellas
fine.
exist?
I didn't think of that before I said it.
What are umbrellas? What
God's
are you?
umbrellas exist.
Veth, are you high?
Umbrellas, parasols exist.
Parasol's not gonna help you.
It's an umbrella term.
That's true.
Close enough.
Parasols are made of cloth. They are going to get soaking wet.
Umbrellas existed, yes.
Oh my goodness. No, it would have been
But
funny if they
They
didn't.
don't look like regular umbrellas from today.
I think you should just call them rain catchers or something.
It's fine, honestly. I usually just use my wings to keep myself from getting drenched.
Yuri, go be a gentleman. Go find an umbrella.
Veth,
It's
if you do that
fine,
stuff-
really.
He's
Eris is
grinning.
just going to elbow Veth a little bit. Shut up. Stop it.
Oh, Oh, fine. Can't I have a little bit of fun?
You're having a lot of fun.
I
Tone it
am?
down.
Oh, that's upsetting. Whatever you say, dear.
It's fine.
Where's the wait, hold up.
I swear to God, if
There
you're
we
gonna
go.
play with cracking sound. Yeah, close enough! Close enough!
I had to, you know.
To say
No,
that
no,
Beth
it's
is
accurate.
whipped would be entirely correct.
Mm-hmm.
No argument.
None.
Well, frankly, I'd rather we stay here just for one day to sleep in an actual bed.
I would love to lie down and not be on just hardwood. Oh my goodness, my back.
If you want, you can borrow Odin.
Hmm.
I would,
Can borrow Odin. He's pretty cozy.
Oh, I don't want to take him from you, Cedar.
It's okay.
We can
As long
stay
as you're
one night
comfy.
here. The only thing is I'm usually driving throughout the so.
well, I'd like to get a actual warm meal. These rations get a bit dry after a couple days.
I miss Father Anderson's cooking.
I do too. Wonder where that old man is. Like I can almost hear him.
In.
What is it, boy? What is it?
Timmy fell down a well. What do you mean? Lead the way. Lead the way.
Lilith, you can speak dog.
Oh my god!
Wait, could I actually do that?
You see Odin make his way, nudge open the door to the cart and run out.
Oh, Odin!
Oh,
I'm booking after him.
Oh, come on.
Well, I guess. Do we want to split up? I guess for the day.
I mean, sure.
Yes,
Just
yes.
eyeing Veth.
Yes. I think that's a
Squinting.
grand idea. Why you look at me like that, Yuri? He's
No reason.
grinning ear to ear.
No reason.
I mean, gives you a Nova, some time alone.
Eris,
Huh?
kill him, please, for me.
Oh, I would love to.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is slander.
In Veth's head, he just hears, "Stop it. I can understand trying to have a little fun. If you keep pushing him, it's going to deter him from just being himself." He's been through a lot. Specifically in this department. So, just let it rest for right now.
He's gonna message back in Eris's head. That's a little bit why I'm worried, and I guess I'm just trying to mask it with humor. He's been bouncing quite a lot.
Understandable.
And I'm worried for him more than anything.
Don't push it off on him, though.
Yes, I suppose I should probably redirect my humor elsewhere. You two have fun. He's gonna go over and just kind of give Yuri a hug.
Alright. He gives one back.
There you are. I need a lot of those, by the way.
You get this one for now.
For now.
Please
I'll take what
take some of the burden. I don't. Hugs make me uncomfortable sometimes.
We'll remember that.
He's gonna lean down and whisper to her, "You see, Iris doesn't want any affection unless it's from Lilith."
Got that right.
He whispered it! He whispered it!
Shook over to Lilith and held out her arm.
Grabs arm.
Yes.
This relationship is
I
started.
love women. Anyway.
Got a message, and Yuri said, "Okay, that might actually have some truth to it."
Yeah, he kind of raises an eyebrow at him. Anyway, Nova, would you? Well, maybe they have tea here. If not, we can make our own.
That'd be nice. I also like to kind of be out of such a small enclosed space and stretch my wings a bit.
No, I don't. I mean, you know how mobile I am. I like to be around. Being confined is suffocating.
Really, honestly. Not fun. Hey, God. What's the weather today?
Oh, I can actually check that.
Wooga.
Excuse me.
The weather of the day.
It is. There's clouds.
Just clouds?
There's clouds, and it seems like it's going to be slight drizzle.
Is there a chance for meatballs?
Wow.
God, strike him down.
Yeah, it's just
Even Odin hates it.
yeah.
Yeah, this is why I like my calendar. It actually gives me like precipitation.
Where's the calendar again? I'm.
Oh my god, you
Questions.
didn't bookmark it?
I should probably put it in
it's-
notes.
Yeah, I was probably gonna say pin it, and then. Wait, I did pin it in there.
It's a half moon.
Ooh.
First quarter.
When's the next full moon? Ooh, about a week.
You guys did have a full moon recently. It was the 31st of Cassard. No, it was 31st Curiel. Cassard's the moon. No, that's not the moon. Fucking
Oh,
Ikaria is.
Oh,
what is
sorry.
happening?
I'm sorry. The moon got named in the calendar. The moon got named in the calendar before I actually named the moons. Ikaria is the moon.
my brain, my little brain.
Ikaria and Caldera. Caldera is the broken one.
Okay.
Just
Oh, okay.
thinking of maybe touching the clouds once. For the first time in a while.
I don't think I've seen you fly. I think.
That's how I get around to most places.
Oh.
I mean, it's just free transportation.
I don't blame you. I
Get
just-
up high enough, you can just glide the whole way. It's really nice.
Yeah, I usually stick to either vehicles or if it's short distance, I run.
Yeah, I used to do that. And then someone taught me to fly, finally. When I ended up like this, I honestly did not know how to use these. And they kind of flex one of their wings a little bit. It's kind of just dead weight. Takes surprisingly more practice than you'd think, and I have fallen out of the sky a few more times than I think I'd like to admit. But it's still kind of fun.
Well, at least you see. Glad you're not hurt.
Falling out of the sky isn't the worst thing to happen. I could take you there, though. Up, I mean. Wonder if I could hold your weight? Maybe.
I mean, I've seen you get small, which I gotta ask you about at some point, but I can imagine, can you get big?
They just stare at him for a moment before they get, like, surprisingly a lot taller than he is. Like, whole head taller than him.
So
And,
that's
like, kind of lanky, a little more spindly. And they just kind of hunch a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of just looking up at you. Okay, so that's a yes. I wonder if you, well, maybe another day.
My appearance can change too if I really wanted to, but I found this form to be the most comforting, at least.
Well, that's good.
And they get down back to the size they were. Feels really weird to be taller than other people.
Yes, that is quite something. Dread to see, that happen. Well, even though we had John, but I hope he's doing okay.
Was he another one of your friends?
Yes, he was with the group before you got here, and he, I guess, had something else to take care of, and kind of just disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
No, it's alright. It was his decision after all. And given we had no say in it, but at the end of the day, it's what he wanted to do.
I see.
Anyway, and he kind of like grabs Nova by the hand. Let's go get something to eat.
All right. They follow him.
That is where we'll end the session. It is 9.
Mortal Kombat!
Anyways,
I
bye
have
stream.
clinic tomorrow. Bye, stream!
Bye.